568 day of Russian aggression Strait of Ukraine, the situation at the front. Today, the spotlight remains firmly on Crimea, resonating with the Ukrainian Air Force head's assertion that yesterday's actions were just a prologue. Early in the day, local sources reported a series of intense explosions emanating from Yevpatoria. Initial reports from Russian intelligence agencies cited Ukrainian forces deploying a barrage of at least 10 kamikaze drones. However, subsequent clarifications from the Russian Ministry of Defense pushed this number to 11 drones. Despite claims that these drones were successfully intercepted, eyewitness videos taken from the ground strongly refute this. These videos vividly display billowing smoke and the aftermath of powerful detonations. Expert analysts have since speculated on the cause, suggesting either a singular drone's successful strike on an ammunition storage facility leading to subsequent blasts, or the coordinated impact of multiple drones on a single strategic point. Notably, there are murmurs within Russian intelligence suggesting Ukraine may have introduced larger, more impactful drones into their arsenal for this specific operation. Yet, in a twist that caught many off guard, these drone strikes were revealed to be merely the opening gambit. As elucidated by a spokesperson from Ukrainian intelligence, the primary targets were not just any random infrastructure, but the sophisticated radiolocation systems underpinning the local air defense battalion's operational efficacy. Given the paramount role radars play, often analogized as the eyes of any comprehensive defense system, this assault was a tactical masterstroke. It not only degraded the immediate air defense capabilities surrounding Yevpatoria, but did so in a manner that would take considerable time to rectify. Capitalizing on this initial success, the Ukrainian forces showcased another layer of their stratagem. Turning their sights to the formidable S-400 missile launch systems, they deployed Neptune anti-ship missiles. Military analysts, drawing parallels with previous strikes, hypothesize that the Ukrainian forces might have approached closer to the coastline on vessels equipped with these Neptune missiles. This would allow them to execute strikes from a relatively minimal distance, augmented by live feedback from drone-based reconnaissance. Satellite images bolster this theory, as they capture not just the primary strike zone, but also frantic movement in the vicinity. This suggests a hasty, and ultimately unsuccessful, Russian attempt to evacuate essential hardware. The end result was a crippling blow: the total incapacitation of AS-400 battalion, a high-tech asset valued at well over $1.2 billion, further underscoring the gravity of this loss. Several Russian military journalists highlighted the vast scale of the devastation. Not only were the majority of missile launchers impacted, but the nerve center of operations, the command and control hub and the pivotal radar systems, were obliterated. The accompanying personnel, tragically, suffered the same fate. In an intriguing subplot, careless online postings by Russian tourists vacationing in Crimea inadvertently provided geotagged evidence of their proximity to these defense installations. This might have inadvertently compromised the secrecy of these sites. Disturbingly for Russian defense strategists, this isn't an isolated incident. Analysts, observing the larger picture, note an unmistakable pattern: a methodical and relentless Ukrainian campaign targeting Russian air defense infrastructure across various Crimean locales. The strategic implications are severe. A compromised air defense framework leaves the Russian Black Sea Fleet highly susceptible to airborne threats, which, unchecked, could lead to its progressive neutralization. While these land-based maneuvers were unfolding, Ukrainian forces also mounted concerted assaults on Russian naval assets. The ballistic missile ship, Sergei Kotov, found itself in the crosshairs, confronted by a 5-drone swarm. Ukrainian special forces, in a move showcasing transparency, released combat footage chronicling this assault, detailing the drone's approach vectors and eventual engagement with the ship. Reports indicate that all drones were countered, but the intent was clear. In a subsequent operation, the missile ship, Vasily Bykov, was targeted, this time with a solitary drone. Confirmations from Russian sources indicate a successful strike, with the drone making contact with the vessel. The scale of damage remains under wraps, but given the known explosive payload of Ukrainian drones, boasting FAB-100, 250 bombs, it's unlikely the vessel emerged unscathed. Concluding this day's summary, additional details emerged regarding the condition of the Russian Minsk assault landing vessel. Previously targeted by a Ukrainian Storm Shadow missile, visual evidence reaffirms the extensive structural damage, compounded by rampant fires. Given the severity of the destruction, any attempts at restoration would likely prove futile.